Allah gave to His holy nation their salah. That as soon as they pray and say, Allahu Akbar, their souls are in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, and that he is their eternal representative, their eternal Imam, and that all their salah faces that reality and that light, and that Prophet intercedes for their salah, intercedes for their actions, and if they're good then alhamdulillah presenting them to Allah, and if there's deficiency in those actions then asking istighfar and asking forgiveness. Means this is the immensity of that portal, the immensity of that opportunity, and that's why then Islam's pillar of salah is the difference between belief and disbelief. That's the importance that Allah put upon it, means that many sins can be done and the servant makes istighfar and forgiveness and Allah Ghafoor Rahim. But the inaction that takes the servant out of Islam is the leaving behind of their salah. And that's because now we understand, and we should understand, it's the immensity of that light and that opportunity that Allah gave to us. That when you leave the salah you leave the greatest gift that Allah gave, to be present in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. Means the calling of the azan testifying to the oneness of Allah and to the oneness and reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. There is no other Rasul that has the nearness and dearness to Allah. There is nothing like unto Sayyidina Muhammad. And by calling that azan Allah dressing and blessing us, and the reply for the one whom is rising to prayers, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi aliyyil azim, that I have no help and no power to do anything if Allah doesn't grant me that ability to pray. And the knowledge of awliya is teaching us the reality of that salah that Allah gave. Says that for us to awaken, all nations were begging for something from the presence of the Divine, whether they knew, didn't know, Allah knows best if that was from Prophet, but they wanted something, yearned for something, yearned for a presence and a reality. And Allah gave it to the nation of Sayyidina Muhammad, the greatest gift, that every time you make your salah your souls enter into that presence, into that fire, into that reality. And that's the immensity of Islam, and this is the religion of Allah, the deen of Allah. Means the immensity of the one whom prays enters into the presence of that fire. Because the arwah and the soul of Prophet is present, and when a light enters into a light it diffuses and mixes into that light. And with all that's been understood that we're in the presence of that Divinely heart, that we're in the presence of that same fire that Sayyidina Musa entered into by salah. It's our portal into the Divinely presence at every salah. Because this is the salah, this is the prayer of Muhammad and Muhammadiyah.